Who's red? Raise your hand. Who's got red? Okay, there's 3 of us. So I will say D style, 3% of the population. It's the smallest amount. If you think about it, if there was too many Ds, we're all going to be fighting, right? And usually there's not 2 Ds married to one another. You would have a lot of conflict, right? So D, they like being in charge, and this is just kind of overall, right? Decisive, direct, multitask, gives direction, they expect respect, don't tell them, show them. The higher your D, when we look at the graphs later, so the higher the D, the more active and intense you would be in trying to overcome obstacles. The lower the D, the greater tendency to gather the data before you make a decision. All right? So even within the D, there's a range. What we love about them, they wants to take the lead, instills confidence, they're a risk taker, they're great in emergencies, they focus on goals, and they motivate others to action. What drives the rest of you crazy about us? We tend to dominate. We can be too busy for family and friends. We can be a workaholic. That's been something we've talked a lot about. And I've actually grown, being married to Adam, to not have to work 24/7. Indifferent to others' approval, difficulty saying I'm sorry, feels they are always right. Now, not all of those may be true about you because, again, as we're growing, but basically the Ds can be very direct. So have you ever had somebody in your life where they are saying something, right? And if you're an S especially, but maybe a C too, you're like, oh, gosh, that was kind of harsh. Is she having a bad day? I mean, she's kind of mean. No, she's just being direct. I mean, I got in trouble one time for an email because I put all caps, so I was yelling at this person. So I got pulled into the HR manager's office. Now, mind you, that was my 10th email because she wouldn't answer my question. But it was like, I'm just trying to draw attention to this is what I need the answer on. But the other person, my guess is, we never did it, and my guess is she probably was an S and felt like, oh, you're being really mean. But no, I was just, can you just give me an answer, please, so we can move along, okay? The negative trigger, or it also shows in the reports as the greatest fear, can be being taken advantage of. So that's important to know about your spouse and to be able to talk about, because if those fears are triggered, then we have a problem. So this happened to me. The other day I went to the doctor. When I went last year, 25% off cash pay. Yay! So I went in, they couldn't take my payment because the payment lady wasn't there. I said, well, will I still get my 25% off? Yes, yes, yes. The lady calls 2 days later. Oh, no, sorry. That was only good for last year. So I'm talking to her, right? And all this going on and on. And she would not take it. Oh, I'm sorry. We have no responsibility whatsoever for what our staff members say. That just gets me, because I'm being taken advantage of. I'm like, can you just maintain integrity, right? But so that really, and it was $80, but even if it was $1, I would be mad about it. I'm like, oh, you're taking advantage of me, right? You're not keeping your word, you said this. So be aware of that. Anybody have a D in their life? Right? Might not be who you're married to, but there will be someone at work, one of your friends. What? Joel did. No answering for your spouse.